My son's 4.5 and he doesn't get it that like mommy's Spider-Man's mom. He cares more about Spider-Man no matter what part of the game he plays.
Well, congratulations. You played Miles Morales' mom, Rio Morales, in
Yes.
the video game. Now, as an actor, what is your involvement? How's your involvement in the video game? Do you go through motion capture, or what's the
I did. I
process?
got to do motion capture, and the character is also my likeness. So I think that was the most surprising thing is that when they create the character, you look at it and you go, "Oh my gosh, that really looks like me." um, and it's astounding the beauty of the cartoon. It's not even cartoon anymore. The
Yeah.
animation is just a whole other. It's on the verge of looking so real that it's that fine line. So my involvement in it from the time I got the script and auditioned was knowing I would do motion capture and then voiceover, facial capture, all the different elements to be in the game. And although I'm not a playable character, there's so much of Rio and Miles's life that a lot of his scenes involve that interaction, that relationship, or how I touch upon other characters in his life. So I guess it just grew to be a lot bigger than I thought it was, to be honest.
And it's fascinating how the video games have evolved. I mean, not only do we talk about television and movies, but also in video games, because you're the second Latino that I've interviewed that's in the video game. So I mean, it's
Oh, cool.
great that we're seeing a lot more diversity in video games.
I think that's one of the biggest, the most emotionally excited thing that I have faced and interviewing and talking to different outlets to speak up for the fact that we feel represented, that we feel there's more opportunity now, that writers see us, that
Mhm.
directors want to work with us. And I see it on my end. I see camera crew that's um, all different ethnicities. We are like a melting pot. We are truly starting to represent what the world is like. So
Mhm.
that feels really good. I feel it's not just for Latinas, but all ethnicities and a lot of women in video games. I love that. And I like that the characters written in some of these games are for women now are strong women. They have a
Yeah.
voice that means something. It's respected. They have a vulnerability and they still have heart, but they're not the submissive or the sidekick kind of like knock them to the side kind of girls. It's women with a voice who are here to make a difference. That was a big deal to me. That's why I love Rio.
Yeah, that's what I was reading. That it's just not a character that says, "Okay, mijo, have a good day." It's not that kind of a
Right.
role.
No, she is running a campaign. She's running for city council. She's up against the bad guys who are here to basically, ruin her Spanish Harlem where she grew up. And she's no holds barred going to just go against these big corporations, which women do today. And it's
Mhm.
exciting. It's exciting to see that. I think it mirrors a lot of real life too.
Yeah, it's definitely an improvement. Now, you obviously, when you go in, do you work by yourself? You don't work with any of the other actors, correct?
When we do motion capture, we did, and we had shot everything, pre-COVID times. Luckily, we made the cut, you know what I mean, as far
Mhm.
as working on stage. So yeah, sometimes there's 20 of us in a group scene or some of
Oh,
those
wow.
crowd scenes. So we're all doing everything, and we have markers on the stage. But everything we see is our imagination, and we
Wow.
are interacting with the other characters. But you have to stage a hug or a kiss on the cheek or a handshake, all that stuff, because we have cameras all around our upper torso and, strapped onto us. And we're walking or running around with lots of weight on us.
Now, how weird is that when you come in for the first time? How long does it take to get used to that? The fact that you have to be aware of every single gesture and the fact that you can't improvise, the sort of thing that actors do when you're on a regular set.
Yeah, that's the challenge with video games. I would say that's the biggest difference is that you're doing it in parts. You feel fragmented. And our job is to make it streamlined so the emotional line and the physical line of the character comes through as if we are doing it all at the same time. So it takes a little bit, but luckily, there's actually motion capture warm-ups. There's professional motion capture actors that take us through the physical parts of it, through the training of it. If there's
Mm.
stunts, we can do some of them, but the production hires professional stunt motion capture actors to do the really risky stuff just for safety. I felt very taken care of, and I feel like Insomniac just didn't miss a beat. They really took care of us so that we could be free to explore and be ourselves and give our best, you know?
Do you feel more immortalized in a video game than you would do like an action film or action movie or action series, or does it feel different?
You know, I hadn't thought of that until recently, but because of the reaction from gamers and fans, it sort of feels that way. And I kept thinking, gosh, my son's 4.5 and he doesn't get it that like mommy's Spider-Man's mom. He cares more about Spider-Man no matter what part of the game he plays. Mommy's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but then I realized, hey, in 10 years, when he's like 15, he could look at this and be like, Mom, that's cute. Like, you know, so there is that kind of excitement that no matter how many years pass, Rio Morales is there. She looks like me, and I'll be old and gray, but I can look back and go, hey, that was me.
Okay, now you're on one of my favorite shows, Bosch. I love that show. I just discovered it last year.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
somebody
Yes.
told me, oh, no, actually, my husband's client told him, like, you guys should watch the show. And we went through the whole 6 seasons. How many seasons is it? Six?
This year is season 6. Yeah. Season
Okay.
7's for
So,
next
so
year.
5 seasons in a couple of months.
Oh yeah. Wow.
So are you
It's such a
returning?
good show.
Yes.
I haven't been slated to return to season 7, but they always tell me last minute. So I actually never
Uh,
know. Even when I came into season 6, I didn't know I was going to be in it and they called. So it's sort of like on a need to know basis, I guess. But everything is like that. I feel like, I have to sign NDAs a lot and,
yeah.
and I get it. It's because of social media that productions don't want word to get out sooner than is necessary. But I have been on it for 4 seasons, up through season 6. So, and it's been a wonderful journey with them. Very different from the video game, obviously very grounded, but the stories just feel really real,
Mhm.
very raw footage, very film-like.
Yeah, I mean, the reason I call it one of the best shows because the portrayals of women, especially, it's not differentiated. Everyone's treated the same, and just the layers of Bosch, and I mean, every character just written so well, but so many layers. I'm sure you get spoiled when you go to another project and it's not the same.
Yeah, because and that's the other thing. I feel like this Bosch, every actor is so good. And there's just this underlying kind of when I watch it as the viewer, I'm like, there's always something going on, and you don't quite know what it is, but they're living this truth underneath all the
Mhm.
the dialogue and the drama that it just keeps you, it's enticing. So I love the show, and I feel so lucky to have been a part of it.
And I mean, it touches upon all these subjects that we're going through now about police, situations. And it's like, oh my God, they're ahead of, I mean, they're addressing it like, you know,
It's
ahead of
crazy
its
that,
time. Yeah.
yes, ahead of time, we were already doing episodes that spoke about certain things. And although you can kind of sense it in the real world, we hadn't crossed that bridge this year yet. And you just thought, how did they know, But
Mhm.
um, again, great writing team. And that is what I, as an actor, always say I'm grateful for is good writing, because we can only do what? We can only bring that character to life and fill in the lines, but it starts with the writing.
Well, congratulations. I think it's
Thank
very
you.
cool. I'm not a modern gamer, but I think it's very cool that you're in this role, and it's a good role.
Super fun, very exciting, and it leaves a positive mark on women, on Latinas and Latino families, and families of mixed races, which is beautiful to me because that's what we are. It's what I am. So.